Hey, welcome in for another Whoosh Weekly Roundup with me, Louie. Don't forget, if you're enjoying the channel, to like, comment, and subscribe below. All the support is appreciated, so thank you. Let's get into the books I picked up this week, shall we? First up, Lilo and Stitch #1, the first Lilo and Stitch ongoing series. They're being hunted, well, Stitch is being hunted by some robots fueled by his own DNA. So definitely check this out. This is one of the variant covers that is absolutely amazing. Of course, my wife picked this one out. She really loved it. So we had to grab it. And of course, another Disney title to add to the collection. So why not, right? But really cool. If you enjoy the Lilo and Stitch movie, it's still funny to me to this day. So yeah, no, definitely check it out. And kind of excited that they're doing a Lilo and Stitch ongoing. So that's really cool. Next up, we have the final issue of an ongoing series, Avengers Inc. #5. I, so I collected this run a little bit late, so I'm going to read it in bulk. But from what I've gathered, they're Avengers who are trying to solve a mystery, and something pertaining to the mystery of the Ghost in Avengers mansion. I've read a lot of high praise for this, so it's kind of sad that it's ending after only 5 issues. But it does seem really, really cool, and I'm definitely excited to check it out and read it in a full stop. So definitely had to pick this up, though. Very, very excited for it. Next up, we have another Avengers book, because why wouldn't we? And that is Avengers Twilight #2, variant edition of this one as well. This one takes place in a dystopian future, and the Avengers are kind of evil now, so Captain America's putting together some like a Thunderbolt style team, sort of. From what I've read, and again, this is another one I'm gonna start getting into now that I've finished reading some other things. It's kind of got a Dark Knight Returns vibe to the story, so very, very cool. But the cover itself is what drew me into this, so I'm very, very excited to jump in and read it and get into more Avengers stuff. So yeah, can't wait. This one, be on the lookout. I'm going to probably write up a blog post on this run, because this mini series concluded as well, and that is Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099 #5. Beware the Man Thing of 2099. So apparently this might be the first appearance of Man Thing 2099. Odd timing to come out after my shop spotlight on Nick's comic strip, where Oscar and Chris, who are amazing people who work there, we're talking about how the entire 2099 universe should disappear, except maybe Spider-Man 2099. So it's funny that, again, highlighting Spider-Man 2099 after that. But yeah, and definitely check out that video if you haven't had a chance to view it yet. Really, really good. But very excited for this, and I'm going to do a whole write-up on the 5 issues over on the Whoosh blog, which you can find the link in the description below. So check that out as well. Next up, we have Spider-Boy #3. Spider-Boy was first introduced in Amazing Spider-Man Volume 4, #7, just recently, actually. So he's got his first ongoing series going on as well. A little bit of a weird cover. I'm going to have to jump in and learn more about him, especially with the Spider-Verse movies going on, and there always being a big Spider-Verse event. He's going to be a character that I think is worth checking out, and it seems like Marvel is really backing him on that front too. So definitely pick these up, and if you can, get Spider-Man #7 for his first appearance. Next up, we've got Spine-Tingling Spider-Man #4, and I don't know, the cover was what drew me in. I haven't gotten a chance to read the story, but if you can see this cover, it's amazing. It looks like a prison made out of spiderweb, sort of, and these kind of covers always intrigue me when they do something cool and creative with like a Spider-Man head. So I'm gonna have to catch up on this one, but it was definitely a good read. Like the Spider-Man books are. This one I'm not sure, honestly, but like it seemed like a good cover, not a good read. The good read is what I was just looking at on my right, and we're gonna get into that next. But yeah, definitely check out the series if the cover intrigues you, because to me, that's how they draw you into the comics. If the cover intrigues you, all the better. So, next up, we have yet another final issue in a current ongoing series. And this one's a little bittersweet for me. I haven't read the whole run, but I did read this one as the final issue. Star Wars Dr. Aphra #40. If you don't know much about Dr. Aphra, she's kind of like Star Wars' version of Indiana Jones, which is funny because Lucasfilms made both movies, but she's an archaeologist. She goes hunting for artifacts. A lot of the time, she is working for Darth Vader or has some sort of connection to Darth Vader within each of the stories. She is first seen in Darth Vader #3. She's a fantastic character. So are BT and 000. They're fantastic. They're basically murder droids for some odd reason. And BT and 000 has to explain to BT one time that spontaneous human combustion isn't a real thing because they don't accidentally. They kill somebody, flat out kill somebody in the book, and to try to cover it up, they want to. BT's idea is to do spontaneous human combustion, and 000 has to be like, no, that is not a thing. We're not doing that. So very, very good series. Definitely check out. So this is volume 2. Definitely check out volume 1 in addition to volume 2 if you're interested. It's a very cool. It's another one of those side character stories within Star Wars that I think are some of the better stories to tell in comics and overall right now, being kind of through with the Jedi and the Sith and all that stuff for right now. I think it's good to take a break and step away. Highly, highly recommend checking out the Dr. Aphra series if that is something that interests you. Great, great character. And kind of a fitting final issue for the character. So I don't want to spoil anything, but there's quite a few pages in the beginning where the art tells the story on its own. There's no words, there's nothing. And then even when you get to the words, there's not really a conversation. It's an inner monologue going on for quite a bit of it. Really, really good. Very, very, very much worth the read. So check that out. And the last one is my Whoosh pick of the week. And I know I just spent a lot of time on Dr. Aphra #40. How could that not be my pick of the week? Well, my pick of the week goes back to the current ongoing series that I'm finding the most interesting. That is Fall of the House of X. And this week we have Dead X-Men #1. Yes, that is the title of a comic book. Dead X-Men. And this is #1. And as you can see on the cover, there's literally X-Men just coming up out of the ground. It connects back. They're hunting through different timelines for a biological Moira McTaggart to get her memories and try to stop what she kind of helped Mr. Sinister do in the Sins of Sinister storyline and the Dominion book more specifically. So it's a really interesting team. Jubilee is on it. Dazzler is on it. And it's definitely interesting. I thought it was great. It definitely delves more into the X-Men mythos and tells you more about Krakoa, and I really enjoyed it. It was great, and it's good to see that they're continuing to build multiple layers within the Fall of the House of X, so it's not just one constant. You're not stuck on the trial of Cyclops. We now have the Dead X-Men team trying to run and do something to help Professor X, and Rachel Summers is helping with that. And then you have Cyclops on trial, and then you have Storm going into the waiting room to try to rescue Magneto at the same time as all of this is going on. So there's multiple layers within Fall of the House of X. It's not, and you can choose to read some. You can choose to read the main storyline if you want. It's kind of running throughout the books. I'm picking and choosing a little bit too as I go, but I am enjoying that there are multiple levels and multiple stories within this storyline that has me intrigued, and that's why I think making this my pick of the week is the right call, because it continues to draw me further and further into Fall of the House of X. So definitely check out that run, and definitely check out this book because it was really interesting. It was cool to see a different kind of X-Men team built up, and also to see some future alternate timelines. And I'm always cool with that. That to me is a given. If you can show me an potential alternate future within the timeline that you're trying to fix or avoid or something, I love Elseworlds and what if stories. So this kind of has them popping into different realms and seeing different futures. So that to me is really, really awesome. And it kind of ends with a cliffhanger where the Moira that they may or may not have ended up finding at the end, spoiler, is trying to do something as well with the timeline. So yeah, this book kept me intrigued throughout the entire thing. So very, very excited, and I think you should definitely check this out. So that is it for us here at Whoosh. As I said, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. Make sure you check out the shop spotlight on Nick's comic strip that I released recently. I'm going to try to do more of those in different shops around to highlight those shops themselves and give people more of a reason to go check them out so they know what's there before they get there. That's my hope. That's my goal. If you enjoyed that, please like and comment on it. Let me know what you liked about it. If you think I could change it, leave a comment and let me know that as well. But as always, thanks for tuning in to Whoosh, and we'll catch you next time.